And then probably when all of these get turned back, so just these three you're putting together. Yeah. And then when they come back,
I don't know if it's live or not.
So I have another group of ladies that puts the kits together for me to hand out, and then usually just give them all these.
Mom's a little busy right now. She's coming though.
Yeah.
And that's my cue to exit.
So, take Remy.
We try to keep it fairly simple.
Well, you've got to.
Hello there. Since I guess we're live, everything's crazy as usual, and everybody's running around as usual, and we're just figuring out. So I'll show you what I've done this week. I've just about finished this block. There's only 2 more leaves left, and so it's got the colors that I've been working on. She doesn't have the. She needs her laptop in here too, and this is the one Beth has been doing. And I'm holding up here because that center is silk. So she's got her block finished completely. And that's that one. So that's what the block of the month is looking like. Now, over here, she has eggs with goodies in. So everybody buying something today is going to get an egg in their basket. And Remy is over there loving Phyllis. So every purchase today gets a free egg. And then you'll have an egg to play with. So that's getting where things are started. And she's still trying. Okay, and if anybody remember those cards, you needed cards for doing anything of any template work for the class, remember to put on the comments that you need cards. Ooh, that looks like a sticker, so I know what that one's for. So put down if you need some template cards. It looks there are plenty of them here to be used. Put that rubber band around them so they don't get all lost again.
I'm getting there, Mom.
Okay. All right, what's going on?
Well, I showed the block of the month.
Okay.
You need your little.
Oh, I need my computer.
You're not ready for you yet. Okay. And I've told everybody about getting an egg with every purchase. And I've been cleaning up the table.
Perfect. We should do a I don't know. It would be fun to do a golden egg or something. I don't know. Okay. So I'm getting
the pin out of there before I stick.
Some days are just like this. Although I think like every day feels like this nowadays.
It's every day is just like this nowadays. So lots of pretty colors, lots of pretty eggs, and don't forget Monday is the felting class. Do you need some water?
Is it this Monday?
You okay?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Yes, yes, this coming Monday on the 21st.
Seems like it was just last.
When we just did it. So that's where we're at in Monday.
Okay, we'd like to welcome everybody. Let's see.
All right.
Devin's here now too. Thank goodness we can stay sort of organized. Okay, so Caroline was the very first person to tune in, so I'm gonna give this cute little sticker. It's a Moda sticker. I'm gonna give this to Caroline for being the first person to tune in. She was the first person to have to deal with our craziness here. Thank you for being for sticking with us. You never know what's going to go on here at Fabric Chicks, because honestly, we don't even know. We missed you too, Lynn. Okay. All right. Did you show mine too?
Yes, I
next
did.
To it? Okay. So that we can put up there.
We did the template cards.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Well, welcome everybody. Kathleen Reader wants to know if her basket got mailed.
Probably.
Maybe, definite maybe, Kathleen. Definite maybe. If you only knew how crazy it was here. At this point, we don't know what's coming or going. Thank you. Wait, Phyllis, you have to come in. Phyllis has matching ears. I know, we're like soul sisters. Well, Lynn likes to keep us dressed for the occasion. Oh. Okay. Oh, good. Lynn says she's got 28 birds completed. Lynn is making birds for everybody's table. So for the retreat. So I'm super excited about that. Okay. So if you're new to watching, it's not always this crazy, but it might be a little bit like this crazy. So today on Wednesdays, we try to do a sale. We're going to show you a lot of product. Some of it is onesies. Some of it we have enough for everybody. S is you committing to buying it. So just type in S, the number and how much you want of it. We do try to not be this crazy, although some days just are like this.
It was organized till 3:45.
Yeah.
And then
At 3:45, it all went to you know where in a handbasket. I get an email when you mail my order. It lets me. Yes, Emily does get an email. I think that Kathy does too. I'm not sure though. Devin, can you check for Kathleen Raiders? It'll be Kathy Jack. Can you check and see if her email is associated with the pirate ship?
Yeah,
account?
I'll look. I think it's her some other email though.
Okay.
Not like you know.
Okay. What is that?
I was trying to move this thing out of the way. It won't move.
Oh.
You don't have it?
No.
Dude, I got a thing like in the comment box down there. I can't see.
Oh, like share your referral link or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah. Is yours not in the way?
No, it's at the bottom, I think.
Yeah, mine's in the way, and I was trying to move it so I could read it, and then it did that.
That's weird. Okay. So anyways, on to more important things. We are going to show you a bunch of items. We do have some auction items. If it's an auction item, it means it's because we only have one. And so we want to give a fair chance to everybody to bid on it. So we're going to show you the S77 is $14. This is for the cutest beehive and floral. It's meant to be placemats, although you could turn it into 2 tote bags if you wanted. So you could do placemats or you could turn it into a really fun tote bag. If you have any questions during this live, you can just type it in and somebody will answer it. If I don't answer, somebody else will answer. We love it when you share our madness with all your friends. So go ahead and click that share button. If you haven't joined Fabric Chick Stitch Along, we post what we're working on there. And I'm not sure if we posted Suzette's project from the collage class the other day, but just to show you what she did, she took this panel here, S79, and she cut out the giraffe panel here. And she's using, you know how when you do wool applique, you have tons of little pieces of wool left? Well, she's felting those pieces and appliquing the bigger pieces of the wool into where the color is. And then she's felting with the grout with her wool fibers. So I'm going to show you while Doris holds this up, it's S79 for $13. I'm going to show you a picture of the started project. Oh, okay, Kathleen. Okay, hang on. I'm going to show you the work in progress. So you can see here, this giraffe is here. And so these little pieces on top are actually wool pieces. And then she took the wool fiber and felted it into the grout. So just a different way to do things. Here is the overall picture. And so you can see here how she's got some wool pieces on here. Here's some wool here. So she's got the wool pieces cut out into the shapes, and then she's felting them on, or I think they're actually felting into the background of the giraffe. And then she's got the wool fiber here that she's felting in for the grout. So just to give you different ideas of things you can do with panels, here is if you need the fibers for the grout, S80 is $6. This wool is also great. It's what Doris considers her craft wool. So it's a good price point, but it's great to put into your pin cushions. So if you're making pin cushions, you can put some walnut shells in and some wool. I like to mix it. S80 is $6 for a bag of craft wool from Doris's sheep. This one comes from Destructo. So all of Doris's wool, she puts who the sheep is, the name of the sheep. Okay, so we have, and I'm not sure if we've ever shown this line. It is a very fun sock monkey line. So we've got it broken into colors. In the collections, it's usually $1 less expensive. So this is the border print. This is S071 at $11 a yard. $11 a yard. And then we have the gray collection. And there's 4 pieces in that. S072. $44 for 1 yards, $22 for half yards. Fat quarters are $15.50. And then we have the S070 is 1 yards for $55, $27.50 for half yards, and $19.50 for fat quarters. So that is the red collection. We do have this on the bolt. I'm not sure. Yeah, we do have this on the bolt. This is a cheater panel. I was just going to quilt this up with rickrack or something where it's where it's the fake patch lines are, so that if you give it away as a baby gift, it looks like you actually made it. So so that is on my to-do list, and it does come with a panel. The panel is S73. And you can cut the blocks up. You can do a lot of fun stuff. So even if you have grown-up kids, if they love sock monkeys as kids, they might love this also. So it's not just for babies. I think anybody who has memories of sock monkeys would love this. S73 is $9.50 for the panel. $9.50 for the panel. And then the bolts are S68 for the red background with the circle motifs, S68. And that is at $12 a yard. We have a great stripe. If you like to do stripe bindings, this is a great one, S66. Kind of a gray with a yellow line, yellow and white line, S66. And then a darker gray with a red line, a darker gray with a red and white line, S63. So even if you're not doing sock monkeys, this is a great stripe. And then you got some circles, S69. S69 is a red background with cream and tan circles. And then we have the border print, S62. And it looks like it's upside down, but it's actually going both directions. So down here, it's up right side up. So S62 is the border print. S62 is the border print. S65 is the kind of little flowers. Kind of looks like dusters or something. And then this is the all over cheater print, S67. S67 is the all over cheater print. One of these days I'm going to get that sample made. And S64 is a great red stripe with a tan and white line through it. S64. Peggy, I know it's time to bring the sock monkeys back. Okay, so here is the kind of lighter collection, 4 pieces in the lighter collection, S071, S071, S070 is the red collection, and S072 is the gray collection. And then we have, let's see, I don't know, all kinds of crazy stuff on today. Today just is kind of a weird day. So we do have, if you're making for Memorial Day or 4th of July or any kind of Americana holiday, this is a wide back. So it is 108 inches wide, but it is, in my opinion, not what you are used to as quilt quality fabrics, even though it says it is, but I don't think so. So I would use this for buntings, like the banners or decorations outside, tablecloths. I wouldn't put it in an heirloom quilt. S81 is $10 a yard. It is 108 inches wide. So I don't, oh, Fran, I have a pair of monkey socks upstairs. Do you want some monkey socks? I do know I've seen them relatively lately, so I know they're sort of at the top. I could find them for you if you want, Fran. S81, actually, if I go upstairs right now, I could find them within 3 minutes for sure. S81 is $10 a yard. S81 is $10 a yard. And S82 is, for the red, it's also $10 a yard. And it is 108 inches, so it's a great width, great for tablecloths, great for any kind of crafting activity. If you were going to do the, is the wool you showed from Doris is grayish white sheep? Yes.
Yeah.
It's the same one you had, the craft wool, Suzette. And then Suzette, I also found some nasty wool that somebody gave me fresh from the pasture. I found it upstairs in a bag, so I threw it in your basket. If you want it, you're more than welcome to it, because I'm for sure not going to clean the weeds out. I'm not sure who or how or why it was in a bucket upstairs, but you're more than welcome to it if you want it. So I threw it in your basket. Okay, Fran, I'll look upstairs for the sock monkeys. Okay, so we have a bag of fun things. So Devin's on a mission to clean the shop. So he really had high hopes when he first started back here at the shop in October. And then he kind of has like given up, because every day we get new stuff dumped off. Every day new packages come. Every day we're pulling stuff out for demos and whatnot. So now he has resoluted to being able to organize Fabric Chicks the way that Fabric Chicks needs it. So he's trying, and I told him it's going to take many attempts to figure out how to get it organized for demos, how to get it organized for classes, how to get it organized for lives, how to get it organized for all the million different ways we're being torn, and then walk-in traffic on top of that. So, so he's on a mission. So, you guys will have to keep track of his success. So he has put some things that we only have onesies of, like this is a one-of-a-kind original pin. It's a talisman pin doll by Virginia Robertson. I don't think you can see it real good with the glare. So if you would like a one-of-a-kind piece of artwork, it's a piece of jewelry. It pins on by Virginia Robertson. S74 is $22. S74 is $22. S74 is $22 for a one-of-a-kind Virginia Robertson talisman doll pin. So it's a piece of artwork. And then this is S76 for John James, number 7, the long darners. I love these because they have a big eye, but they're also very sharp. So I can do a lot of things with these needles. They're great for doll making, sculpting, but they're also great if you've got arthritis. I have a lot of ladies that use this for applique for their bindings because they don't have the dexterity for those little tiny needles. And I actually got a tiny needle. It used to be one of my favorite needles. I got a betweens out the other day, like a betweens 12. And I couldn't even like, I don't even know how that used to be my favorite needle. And I got it out the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, I for sure can't thread it. So S76 might become your new best friend. S76. Suzette, don't put anything in his head. I keep telling him that everything we build here at Fabric Chicks is his in the long run. So it's a long-term investment of his hard work and sweat. If you need Wrap and Zap, this is 100% natural cotton batting. This is great for the potato zappers or microwavable bowls. There actually is a free downloadable pattern for the microwavable bowl. We did a demo on it. It took me literally about 5 minutes from start to finish to make the microwavable bowl or the potato bag. And I'm going to tell you, the potato bag, I use it all the time. I love to just throw a potato into the microwave. Comes out perfect every time. But the other day, I was pulling out some soup and the bowl was hot. And I didn't want to mess up a microwavable bowl from the shop. I didn't want, one of our show ones. So I used my potato zapper was perfect as a microwavable bowl. So if you're making things as gifts, make the potato bag. It's literally like 5 minutes and it's a twofer. It's a microwavable bowl and a potato bag. Okay. So it's a one project is takes care of two purposes. S53 is $10 and it is a yard, 45 inches by 1 yard of 100% natural cotton, which is what you need for microwavable bowls or
the pot holders.
Yeah, anything you're going to put in the microwave. Okay, then this is Insulbright, totally other purpose. This is to protect your hands in oven mitts. You can also put it in coolers if you're making coolers or lunch sacks. It does have a free pattern here. And I did find, I meant to bring it down, but I didn't. I found upstairs in a box that I've been going through a scrappy. So they've just taken all their scraps, put them together like we've been showing you. And then they turned them into these pot holders. So super quick, easy gift for any time of the year. And it literally is going to cost you next to nothing. And who doesn't need, just think about what's in your drawer right now. Think about your pot holders and your oven mitts that are in your drawer right now. Whoa, Phyllis, what do yours look like?
Not pretty.
Yeah, I'm going to say I don't think any of ours are pretty. It might be time for all of us to sew some new oven mitts and pot holders. It's one of those things that you think, oh, nobody's going to see it. It's got some more life in it, but surround yourself with pretty, okay? S54 is $10. S54 is perfect for casserole carriers also. Yes. And Christy says that will be a long wait, Devin. I know. Devin and Gracie keep talking about their inheritance, and I have to keep reminding them that
there is no Devin and Gracie in the inheritance.
My parents are into their 80s. So Devin's got like another 40 years to wait.
That's
so I reminded
Gracie.
him he's going to be 60. Like, really? You cannot sit around and wait for your inheritance because you're going to be 60, buddy.
That's Gracie. I'm working for my inheritance right now.
Well, okay. So we might have to cut Gracie out of the inheritance because we don't ever see her. No blood, sweat, or tears is happening from Gracie right now. Okay, so here are some magic flathead pins. So these are pins that you can iron on. They're heat resistant and they're strong. They have a great grip for if you do have arthritis or hard time gripping things. These are great. So they are a little bit pricey, but I think you'll love them. S16 is for the regular 0.6, and then S15 is the regular 0.6, or it's the fine. So you've got regular here and fine here. I'm not sure what the difference is because they're both 0.6s.
One's longer.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
They look exactly the same.
No, one's 2 1/4.
Oh, this is 2 1/4 inch. You're right.
I know I'm right.
2 1/4 inch or 2 inch.
I invoiced them.
Okay. So if you need new magic head pins, and you know we all need new pins. I mean, I'm not sure if you've ever seen Fabric Chicks pins.
Some of them go in 7 different directions at the same time.
I know. I actually threw one away, and it was going boop, 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 boop. Like there was no way you could even use it. Okay, Beverly Ann says, do you have to line the inside of a pot holder? I do. I don't want the batting. You want to cover up all the batting. You don't want the batting to be the inside of your pot holder or your oven mitt. So I would say yes to that question. Okay, we have wow, Devin just like brought out all kinds of interesting things. Okay, so we have S12 is Thread Magic. S12 is Thread Magic. If you haven't used Thread Magic before, you run your thread through it. You also, if you're having a problem on your regular machine with the thread shredding, you can put this on the side of your machine and run all your thread through it. I've seen in retreats where people like just have one of these attached to their machine and all their thread goes through it. I've never known that to be necessary, but maybe if I tried it, I would say, oh, now it glides like butter, and I would do it. But it's one of those things you got to experiment for yourself. But it is great. I use it all the time for handwork, for hand embroidery. It just makes your thread glide through your fabric so smoothly. And then here is scalloped rotary blades. So if you want to do a fun edge, or if you're doing paper card making or something and you want a scalloped edge, you just pop this on your rotary cutter. You probably have more than one rotary cutter. You could probably leave this permanently on your rotary, one of your rotary cutters for when you want that fun edge. It'd also be good for like applique if you're doing some appliques. Scalloped border would be fun with that. You could do a lot of different things. S13 is $13. S13 is $13. Here is a lighted needle threader. So S14 is $2. It's a mini needle threader. Oh, it has a zipper pull, so you can put it on your sweatshirt. You're never going to lose it. It has a bright white LED, and 2 batteries are included. So, lighted needle threader, can't see to thread your needle? Well, help has arrived. Super bright LED light helps you see the eye in the needle. So for $2, it's worth taking a gamble. I haven't used them yet.
Yes, you have.
I didn't do it. You did it.
I showed you how to do it.
Well, I didn't do it myself. I was busy. I wasn't listening to you. S14 is $2. I'm going to have to try it again when I'm actually paying attention. I told Devin to do it for a demo, and he's like, Mom, here, this is how you do it. You do it. And I did. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're so fast you can't even
I wasn't
even see it because they're so
my
fast.
brain was way over here and he was like over here.
And it was done before you blinked.
Yes. S58 is $3.99. So stars and flags buttons. Stars and flag buttons. S58 is $3.99. S58 is $3.99. And it looks like we have 2 of these packs left. And hey, Connie Kaufman, how are you feeling? S59 is $2.99. I hear Diana's going to be at the shop tomorrow, so she should be down to you by tomorrow afternoon. S59 is $2.99 for the Patriotic Stars, and it looks like there's 3 of those packs left. And then this is the Skip Cut Ruler. S60 is $10.49. So with the Skip Cut Ruler, you can do the crocheting that we did in what?
It's not a ruler.
It's a blade. Sorry, it's just the blade. You put it onto your rotary cutter. S60 is $10.49. But the other good thing with it is you can actually do this on the edge of your quilt or fleece, and then you can do a buttonhole stitch. So you can see here how they did a cute little buttonhole stitch for the edge of their quilt. So just a different idea of what you can do. It might be cute on a tote bag or something. S60 is $10.49. Diana says she's here. Diana, I'm super excited. I didn't actually know you were in town almost because Devin has been responding to you. So I don't know how, but I saw your name at the top and I looked and read it and I'm like, well, I did not, like at first I thought I was going crazy because I'm like, I did not respond to Diana. And then Devin did it. It's kind of nice. It's like having a personal assistant, but now I don't know what I've committed to, what I've done, who I've talked to. It's all a mystery to me. S17 is my favorite scissors. They're the Perfect Scissors by Karen K. Buckley. They have a serrated blade, so it keeps your fabric from slipping, so your cutting's more accurate, and it also helps to prevent frayed edges. And everybody loves the blue ones because they're smaller and more manageable, but I love the purple ones because you can cut through more layers at one time, and you also can cut more surface at a time, so they're faster. So I do love the purple handled ones. They're better for, I mean, if you're doing real intricate work, of course you need the smaller ones. But if you're not doing real intricate work, S17 for the purple handled ones are fantastic. Gosh, this bucket just keeps going. Okay, this is a really fun book. S55 is $22. S55 is $22. These are nature-inspired projects with applique techniques and patterns. So if you want to join our Dragonfly Challenge and you don't want to do the big one that we gave you the pattern for, you can do one of these, but they're just fun. I love them because it adds a little bit of dimension into your projects. I personally don't like flat applique. I want to see the unexpected. So this is a very fun book. It covers a lot. You're going to want to read it, not just flip through the pages like we're doing right now. But start with easy projects. And then these are step by step. And then you can go on to more intense projects. Once you have the fundamentals, you can really do anything. So I love that kind of bookmarky challenge there. That's super fun. That would be a fun class. But it's kind of what we do with the bookmarks that we just put all of our scraps on and fuse them. You could totally do the bookmarks and then do little landscapey scenes. That would be a great idea. So just lots and lots of taking your quilting to the next level. And if you are not an art quilter because it kind of intimidates you or you're not really sure about it, this would be a great place to start. And I think all of us, for the most part, started with traditional quilting and then have kind of moved because the creative mind moves so crazy. We've kind of moved all over the place. And so sometimes we like to do art quilts. Sometimes we like to do piecing quilts. Sometimes we like to do a little bit of everything. Oh, Connie, I'm glad you're starting to join the human race. I'm glad you're feeling better. S55 is $22 for the Art Quilt book, Art Quilts Made Easy. And then we have, and everybody needs this, but looks like Devin only found one. On the
there's two.
Oh, there's two.
There's two. I found another
There's two. He found another one. There's probably more than two because I know they got thrown in a bucket with trims. So this is screwdrivers. The reason you love these little screwdrivers is because they're short. So you can unscrew the different parts of your sewing machine. So you have the Phillips and you have the flathead, but they're small so you can use them on your sewing machine parts. S75 is $4.95. S75 is $4.95 for the screwdrivers. S75 is $4.95. And then we have an iron-on patch. So if you love mushrooms and snails, this is perfect for you. It's an iron-on patch. You can put it on a tote bag. You can put it on a piece of clothing. You can literally do whatever your heart desires with it. And we have a mini mighty steam iron. So every once in a while, your irons need to be replaced. This one is a great one, especially if you're traveling. This one, the steam is incredible. So this one has been around for 1,000 years. We've carried them before. They always sell out. S18 is $39 for the Mighty Steam Iron. S18 is $39 for the steam iron. And then we have, I'm going to save the chenille for when we do that project. Okay, so we have, this is one of my favorite products of all times. It's the Omni Grid, but it's portable, so it closes up. I love this because it has an ironing surface and a mat. So if you're at a retreat, you can always, you don't have enough space, you can fold it under and just use the ironing surface, or you can open it up and you can cut. It's just one of those things. If you're at a class and you build your applique on here, then you don't get it finished, you can close it up and take it home without having to put it all together again. So it's got a lot of great purposes, but a lot of times you don't want to get up and get to your ironing table, although I suggest you put your ironing table on the other side of the room from your sewing machine, so it forces you to get up every so often to go iron, so you move around. It's not good to sit for very long. So I suggest that you put it in 2 different spots. But if you want this, especially at a retreat, S19 is $55. S19 is $55. And that is the cutting and ironing foldable Omni Grid portable delight. If you have it, you will thank me. This is some velvet ribbon. I was thinking this might be fun on the Doris project or the Eleanor Bailey applique that we're doing. I was thinking these pieces of velvet, especially in these colors, might be fun to, do you guys remember the silk ribbons where we took them and we folded them around and created the dimensional roses? I mean, this is a bad example, but I think these colors, you'd have to tuck that in there. But I think these colors would be super fun. So if you need some velvet, this is, I don't know if it says 4 yards each. So 12 yards total of velvet in these fantastic colors. And we only have a couple of these left. Then if you need to make a baby quilt, we have a sample. Where's the baby quilt?
It's on the wall.
Oh, okay. So you can't take us anywhere, okay? So we have this super cute baby quilt. This is one that's great if they've got the little matchbox cars. They can take the cars and drive on the road. If they've got little people, little Barbies, or not Barbies, but dolls or whatever, they can play on the playground. They can take a little boat ride. They've got a little alligator crocodile sheriff. Look at with the bandits in the back. Look at, they're real bandits in their jail outfits. So super cute. Look at these happy couples here skating along. So super cute. If you need to do a baby quilt, we have the panel. The panel is S57 for $16. S57 is $16. Congratulations, Charity, on your new job. How was your first day? That is great for class, even on your machine. Susan, I don't remember what we showed that was great for class. Oh,
all of it, but probably the
quilting the
Omni
baby
Grid.
quilt.
yeah, probably.
Oh, the Omni Grid. Yeah, yes. Yeah, even by your machine at home, they're just great to. It's a good product. I actually have the old one. The reverse one.
Flip it over.
Yes.
And I use
it all the time. All the time. I probably need to upgrade to the newer ones, but we have the old ones where you have the cutting on one side and then you flip it over and it's the ironing board on the other side. I actually use that probably nightly when I'm folding fat quarters. I have it in my lap. But it's great because you can pin to it so you don't lose stuff. It's different. Work nowadays is different. Okay, so we have a baby book that goes with that quilt. S57 is the baby book. So this is one of those what? S56. S56 goes with S57. Okay, so the book is S56. It's $14, and we did put the
Not the book
crinkle-
either. It's the panel for the book.
It's the
Just
panel
so-
for the book. Yes,
just
thank
so
you for
everybody-
clearing. Thank you for clarifying,
Should we
because you
open
know
the
they would
panel?
want to. Yeah, we should put this on the panel so they know it's not for the book.
Well, you had them pinned together. Or you
So
had them
this is
together.
what the panel looks like. Colors, my first book, Rainbow S56, is $14 for the panel. And it's super easy to make. The directions are printed on the sides. And then you just cut it out, use your scrap batting to fill the insides to give it a little bit of body. S56 is $14 for my first book of colors. And I believe this is a program. So you can probably get these little dolls at, I would say Toys R Us, but I don't even think Toys R Us even exists anymore.
Ribbon.
That's okay. Just write velvet ribbon for Stephanie Phyllis.
Okay.
Stephanie, I think you're gonna love it. It's so cute. Doris has it, or Phyllis has it. Don't worry, Stephanie. She knows you want the velvet ribbon. Okay. So this panel that's hanging behind me, we have 3 of these panels left. It is a ginormous panel. It measures 56 by 74. So 56 by 74. And we have chenilled it. Do you want to run in the other room real quick, Devin, and show them
You
the
have to
chenille?
go with me.
Why?
I can't get the light.
Okay. Come here and we're going to show you it made up. Don't trip on Remy. Don't trip on our baby gates here.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, hang on. I'm getting a light. So we have chenilled that panel. I actually add the chenille as I quilt it on a long arm, but you can add the chenille it on your domestic machines and then quilt it afterwards. And I kind of micro quilted it pretty tight, but you wouldn't necessarily need to. It's just your preference. Okay, so the panel is S42 and it's $38. The panel is 56 by 74. So it's a ginormous panel. We did not add any borders to it, although you could. S56, S42 is $38. S42 is $38 for the ginormous pattern. Panel. Wait a second. We're gonna make it. You're gonna 35. So you can save. It's normally $39.95. You can save for. Oh, let me get her out. Go on. You're too strong for Phyllis. Go on.
So $35 for the big panel. She's covered in dog hair now.
She loves me.
She
does
does.
love you.
She
but
does.
Her fingernails are so strong. Okay, so if you want to chenille it, we have chenille it in 5/8 inch or in 3/8 inch. So 5/8 inch has about 40 yards on the roll, and the
I think it's 25.
25 yards on the 3/8 inch. So you can tell us just if you want 5/8 or 3/8. We just brought out one of each color, not of each size. So the $19 is for the 5/8 inch. The $14 is for the 3/8 inch. So I'm just going to put these down real quick. You can see you've got Just Peachy is S46. Just Peachy is S46. S49 is for lilac. S49 is lilac. S50 is S50 is tangerine. S48 is blue jay. And if you ever miss any of this, or if we go too fast, don't worry about it. You can always go back. You can reorder through the weekend. So Wednesday's sale, we keep all the numbers on till Sunday or Monday. If it is, and you can just comment on the Facebook page, or you can email us, or whatever you want to do. However you prefer to contact us is fine. So we do honor all these prices through the weekend. S51 is Bahama Blue. S51 is Bahama Blue. I've tried to turn corners with the chenille and gave up. Is there a trick to turning corners? So, for turning corners, Mary, you're probably trying to fold it over, but you don't need to. You can just cut it and then layer it on top and then just stitch. So do like an L, upside down L, and then just keep going. You don't have to, if I'm meeting it, sometimes I'll do a 45-degree angle, but I found that it's not necessary. Just sew up, just sew it up to the top, take it, cut it, do your second piece, just layer it on top and keep going. It's very easy. Don't overthink it, because when it ruffles up, when it frays up, you won't even see it. Okay, so then we have purple. S45 is for a deep purple. S45 is for a deep purple. S47 is a chocolate. S47 is a chocolate. A lot of times I'll put this, like, you could take one of the browns or the reds and do it on the cheater panel of the soft monkey quilts. So you just sew with the chenille. You just lay one layer. You stitch down the center of it with your straight stitch, and then when you wash it, it frays up. S52 is red. S52 is red. If you don't want to wash it, okay, perfect. If you don't want to wash it, you can get it wet and then use this little chenille brush. So if you're doing a pillow or something you don't want to wash, just get it wet and use the chenille brush. I do like it more chenille, so I like it when I throw it in the washer, but it will work to ruffle it up. Okay, this is the fabric that I did the last demo of the 60-degree ruler. And I know it's here in pieces, so I'll do another demo on it. So if you have the 60-degree ruler and you bought a border print, you can also make this kaleidoscope with the 60-degree ruler. So if you buy the border print, you can make this. It's actually fairly simple. I would say like an advanced beginner quilt. It goes together super quick. So if you like One Block Wonders or the kaleidoscope, this is a great one to do. You literally just need 3 prints, and the 3 prints, you really need 2 prints, because the 3rd print is your binding. So you need your border print and a background fabric, and then you're ready to go. This is a super fun quilt. I actually have made it in the past. S41 is $8 for the pattern. S41 is $8 for the pattern. If you've done the 60-degree table runner, you are ready to do this. It is super fun. It looks a lot more complicated than it is. If you want to do a class on this, let me know and we can whip up a class. This is which now work to embellish the mane of the horse like the Denver Broncos logo.
Yes.
Yes. It would be like 1 or 2 inch strips. It would work. I might also throw in some yarns, because you know how a mane is like wild. So I might do the chenille and then like layer in some yarns that are kind of loose but attached at the top, just to give it more dimension. But yeah, it would work. You're going to want to put it pretty close together though. Okay, so here is the Garden of Dreams 2 book. and it's got a lot of different patterns, even if you're not necessarily doing these fabrics, although they are beautiful together. If you want to piece a quilt, these are some great patterns. And let's see here. I don't know what he's got it priced at. S40 is $11. So that's a really expensive price. That's a great price for so many different patterns. This one's a kind of a great setting for a panel. If you've got a panel, you can put that into there to create that secondary design. S40 is $11 for the pattern. I'm glad you made it home safe. Hey, Candy and Jackie, are you guys still up in Reno? S40 is for the book. Several patterns is $11. Super good price point. And then we have a mini jelly roll here of all of the fabrics in this line. So mini jelly roll S39 is $24 for the jelly roll. S39 is $24 for the jelly roll. S39 is $24 for the jelly roll. That gives you a great variety of that whole line. And then we do have some of the line. Devin's got it at $7 a yard for the collection. Wow. Okay, he must be tired. This is right across the street from the cash register. So he must be tired of looking at it. It's a beautiful line, especially if you love oranges, Phyllis. This is what the border print looks like. S043 as $7 a yard, so $49 for the 7 1-yard pieces, $24.50 for the half-yard pieces, and fat quarters are $16.50. So you won't get a better price point than that. S043, and then the yard, the bolts on the yard that are left is S35 for $8, S35 for $8, S36 for $8, S32, S32, and then I'm going to bring in the oranges before I confuse you with the purple one. S34 is the green.
I'm a little bit slower than you.
Okay, sorry. I'll slow down.
All right, well, now you can continue.
Okay. S37 is the orange floral print. Kind of a tone on tone, a little bit stronger than a tone on tone, but still kind of reads as a solidy. S38 is kind of a fun viney one with a bigger print. And then the border print is S31. S31 is the orangey border print. And then S33 is the lavender border print. So blues and lavenders, if you love that. This is actually a beautiful 60-degree ruler. Maybe I'll demo that again on Monday if I can find the pieces. That's the problem is I start a demo on Monday and then it just gets left in the pieces. So in Devin's organization, he's going to get all the demos labeled and organized so we can bring those out.
When did that go?
I just decided right now.
Okay.
S043, best deal of the day, is $7 a yard for the collection. $7 a yard for the collection. And we had a request for tulle. So actually 2 people came in this week to get tulle. So Riri has informed us that this is great to put on top of your plants. So you can put the tulle on top of your plants to protect them from animals. S21 is the white for $2 a yard. S21 is the white for $2 a yard. It is about 60 inches wide. S20 is the black. So if you're doing a landscape at the retreat, you might want to get some of the black if you're doing trees. The black is great for landscapes because you do your thread painting on it, and then the black just looks like a shadow. So if it's in a tree, pine needles and whatnot, you don't really notice the black because it just disappears. You can do white, but the white might not look like a shadow. You can try, if it's in a blue sky, you can try using blue, but sometimes it's just not the right blue. Black always works. So that's our little lecture on that. This is a piece of rock candy. We have, I think, 3 or 4 1-yard pieces left of this. So it's got a shimmer. S22 is $10 a yard. S22 is $10 a yard. And we've got 3 or 4 pieces of that left in 1-yard cuts. I think there is one that's a little bit bigger than a yard. S22, $10 a yard. If you want a half yard, it's $5. If you want a fat quarter, it is $2.50 today. Today only $2.50 for. Oh, Devin's like, really? No.
$3.25.
No, $2.50. $2.50. Here, I'm gonna write it on here so tomorrow they remember.
$3.15.
Half yard is $5 and fat quarter is $2.50. Okay. So another great deal. It would look better in your closet than my closet. And this one is kind of a fun one. It's great for leaves. You could do leaves with it if you're doing a big art project. We used this a lot in a sunflower we did, I don't know, a while ago. Okay, this is our Boro woven collection. We don't have too much of it left. Devin's got it at $11 a yard for the collection. So this is the Boro wovens. That's a super good price point because it's always been a lot more than the other fabrics in the shop. S030 is at $11 a yard, so 4 1-yard pieces. Well, I meant to bring in this sample. I do have a sample of it made. I'm using it. I did a pillow. Here is the darker brown collections, S029, darker grays, and S029 is $11 a yard, so $55 for 1 yard. Half yards are $27.50. Fat quarters are $19.50. And then we only have a few of them on the boat left, and we don't have a lot of yardage. They are great because they are the wovens. They're great for doing clothing or tote bags or really anything, S24, but it has not so stiff drape as your quilting cottons. S24 is the tan with polka dots. S28 is kind of a red with a tan. Kind of looks a little bit like homespuns. S23, it has like the, what sign is that?
Tic-tac-toe.
Yeah.
It's a hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag.
Well, I thought you guys call it a pound.
Oh yeah, a pound sign. Yeah.
It's a pound
If
sign.
you're older like us, it's a pound sign. If you're new, it's a if you're younger, it's a hashtag. Or it could be tic-tac-toe. Okay, S26. S26 is the darker brown. S25 is a stripe with a line and with dots. So it's kind of a fun one. And then S27 is the same, but with like a navy stripe and dots. And then we have one more line before we get, I know your guys' favorite is the auctions, I've been told. Devin says we have to put these away first. S029 is the darker collection. S030 is the lighter collection with the navies. And then we have Tim Holtz collection. So every month we get a new colorway.
I think this is the last one, isn't it?
No, it goes till like October. Devin thought it was the last one. It might get held up. I know that they're having problems with shipping, but they sent it three months at a time, pretty much. And the last one, we had problems with the shipping being delayed. But I think we'll probably, with everything, run into more problems. But so you might not get it every month, but you will get it. So this is the green colorway. I love it. Here is the world map. You can't go wrong with that. You've got some kind of bingo, Keno card, maybe. I don't know. Some what? What do you think
You
it
just
is?
say that every time.
Well, it's like a weird card.
Almost looks like green stamps.
Yeah. Who knows? well, one of you guys out there might know some ferns, some postage stamps, some tickets. This one is his, so he always does a wallpapery one. This one's his wallpapery one. This one I think would be fantastic in something Halloweenish. You know, you don't usually expect the green for Halloween, but I think this one would be
perfect. as a
perfect.
background.
Yeah. Or Stephanie, for your witch's dress. I know you're doing a witch out of the Desert Crone. This might be a fun one. But look at how it's got like a heart shape. Wait, I lost it. I turned it upside down and I lost it. There's a heart shape there. Can you see it, Devin?
I'm looking through it through the screen.
Oh, right. Look at right here. You have a heart. See that? And then like some grapes. So just something different. And then of course his letters. He always does letters. Every collection has a collage. So this is this month's collage. And then this one kind of looks like crackle or something. And I don't know, little ditty dots. So $12 a yard if you get the collection. S011 is $12 a yard, $120. It's 10 pieces in the collection, $60 for half yards, $39.50 for fat quarters. We do have all the other colors. I do think we've sold out of some of the reds and pinks. S04 is for the little ditty dot. Some of us are old enough to remember green stamps.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kathleen, I have no idea what green stamps are. Now I'm going to have to Google it. I'm going to have to Google it. Okay, S08 is for the stamps. S07 is the ferns. S06 is the fun green that I feel would be perfect for Halloween. Uh-oh, she lost her sound. Did everybody lose their sound? Or just Lynn? S05 is the collage. Blue chip stamps too. I'm going to have to Google all of that. Yes, Lynn. There, a purple colorway is coming, and an indigo colorway is coming. Which the indigo kind of to me is pretty purpley. But they do have a bright purple coming. Did we do all these?
No, those are the ones
Okay.
you gotta do.
Oh my God, I don't know. They all look the same after a while. S03 is what I call, okay, thank you, Fran. S03 is the Keno cards or the green stamps. S02 is the world map. S01 is the tickets. S01 is the tickets. I think it's going to be fun mixing the colors together. The best that I'm working on in my spare time is I actually took, because they send me a quilt, a ginormous quilt top panel of each different colorway. So I threw them on the long arm, quilted them, and then I cut them up, and I've got one colorway as one side of the vest, another colorway as the other side of the vest, and another colorway as the back of the vest. So I'm not sure how it's going to look, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do to it, but something soon. Stay tuned. S09 is the crackly fabric, and S10 is the, Laura has a couple field books. Laura, you're going to have to post it on Fabric Chick Stitch Along so I can know what they look like. Okay, once again, if you want the collection, S011, the 1 yards are $120. Half yards are $60. Fat quarters are $39.50. And I think now we can go to auctions. If you want, this one didn't get a number. I found it on the floor. If you need the white chenille it, just put in white chenille it. And if you need the 5/8 or the 5/8 or 3/8, and we'll get that too. Okay. If you're new to watching, we acquire stuff in a lot of weird ways, so we get a lot of weird stuff. You just never know what it's going to be. I was gonna have buttons on the sale today, on the auction, vintage buttons, except for that two gals, Lynn, two of your gals, came in and they showed me a project they did where they outlined a sewing machine. They got a sewing machine, like a wood plaque from Michael's or somewhere. And so they outlined the wood sewing machine. Then they put a trim around the outline, and then they filled the entire inside of the sewing machine with buttons. And they just glued up. Super cute, crafty project you guys can do in an afternoon and have something finished. Okay, it goes in your lap. It's like one of those little things. So it's a little lap board. It's got a pillow on one side. And then here, you can, if you put it this way, it has something to catch your
Paper.
Yeah, paper.
Your instructions.
So this is if you want to work in your lap. Great little product. We are going to start this auction S83. S83. We're going to start this at $3. It is an auction. S83 for the lap board. I used a damp sponge to glue them in the books. I think I would never find my sponge. I think I would end up licking them all. Mary Lou says she's using a lap desk right now. So if you need a lap desk, this actually is super handy if you're doing applique or anything. That it's like a good size project. I don't know. Well, I might take it upstairs if nobody bids on it. Oh no, we got bidders. Kathleen's at $5. Kathleen's at $5. Riri's at $5 on YouTube. We're at $5. Okay, if you need, I am not sure if these are, I do believe these are,
Ew.
what?
Gracie. Not hi, Mom.
She
Oh,
She said,
so
Gracie
rude.
said, hi, Doris.
Hi, Gracie.
Okay, so here is several yards of fabric. I'm going to say that this would be good as a foundation to build a collage on, kind of. It would be, in my book, the same as muslin quality, okay? I think it's the same as muslin quality. This is a bag of, like, muslin fabrics, okay? Or sheets. This looks like a top sheet, a flat sheet. This one might be a sheet also. These are big sizes, like twin sizes. I would wash everything. This looks like a couple of yards of fabric. You got a couple yards of fabric here. This is fabric also. So just a lot of fabric. Do what you want with it. You can collage with it. It is not a high grade of quality, but it's a lot. You can use them for rags. You can use them for dog beds. You can use them for whatever you want. The auction is starting at $5. S431 is starting at $5. Jennifer Evans needs 5/8" brown. Shanila, did you get that?
Yep.
Oh, Peggy says too many stamps to lick. It's not like just one stamp.
Well, you had to fill the whole book so you could go turn them in.
And what'd you get when you turned them in?
Prizes.
All
Oh.
kinds of stuff.
Oh,
You had to have so many for each thing.
okay.
And you had to go down, in my case, you had to drive to Sacramento to turn them in.
Oh,
I remember
Okay.
doing that as a kid with my mom and dad.
okay. All right. Well, we're going to have to hear the stories over a glass of wine or something. Okay, so Devin and I were on a mission to rescue everything handmade from the thrift stores because at some point, all of our stuff is going to end up there. And I hope that it doesn't end up in a landfill. I hope somebody rescues it. So if you are going to a baby shower, or you have a new baby coming into this planet, or you just know somebody, maybe somebody at church, and you just want a quick little gift to let them know that somebody is thinking of them, somebody cares. This is the cutest little, a mother holds her children's hands for a while, their hearts forever, cross stitch, already done, already framed. S158, the auction is starting at $12. S158, the auction is starting at $12. Already ready for you to put into a gift wrap and give it away. Nobody is gonna know nobody signed it, so nobody's gonna know you didn't do it. S158, the auction is starting at $12. So if you know somebody who is going to have a baby or who has kids, they don't necessarily have to be a baby gift, but it would be a cute baby gift.
You're a great Mother's Day gift.
Oh, a Mother's Day gift. Yes.
Hello.
$12. They're going to think you slaved over it. Gosh, you guys and your memories of the licking of the stamps.
I'll show you. I have some.
Oh, Phyllis will show me some. Okay. Okay, so we're going to close these up. Get your final bids in so that we can get more stuff. 431 for all the sheets and yard. This is yardage. Another thing you can use these sheets and things for is if you are going to a retreat and you want to, you have a project laid out, but it's not necessarily all sewn. You can lay a sheet on top of it, and then when you roll it, your pieces will stay in place. So lots of good things you can use these sheets and fabric for. S431 is starting at $5. S431 is starting at $5.
I sew a strip, a long strip of,
Definitely.
of that kind of fabric.
Uh-huh.
Any cheap fabric.
Yeah.
At the bottom of my top sheet.
Oh,
The
so
top
it doesn't
sheet
come
on
out.
The bed is never long enough.
Yeah. So just so you know, we couldn't sleep together because the first thing I do when I get in bed is kick. Roger has it all tucked in, and I have to kick it and loosen it up. Otherwise, I feel like I'm like claustrophobic, like can't handle it.
Well, if you make it long enough, it wouldn't.
You'd
come
still
out.
have enough room. Yeah. Okay, so Phyllis says the first thing she does when she gets new sheets, she sews some of this cheap fabric onto the bottom of her top sheets, her flat sheet, so that it tucks way in so that it doesn't come loose during the night. Okay, let's see. Mom paid my brother to bowl for blue chips. Okay. Oh, that was very nice. Connie says she has one of these hanging on her wall. Her mom made it for her. Well, that means this could be really vintage. Really, really vintage.
Yes.
Okay. 431 is Mary Lou for $5. Mary Lou for $5. Good deal, Mary Lou. Okay. And then 158, we have no takers for the cross stitch. 148, there's no takers for the cross stitch. And then S83 is Kathleen for $12. Okay. All right, so we've got the cross stitch is still on the table. S158 is at $12. 158 is at $12. Oops. Okay, these are, I'm sure we've decided that this woman, she was a profound quilter, and I am sure that she bought these sheets for the backings of her quilt. Doris and I have taken a vote. We've decided that this woman used sheets for all of her backings. So we have a ton of in the package sheets. So I don't know what you guys use sheets for. They're only the top sheet, not the fitted sheet, so you wouldn't have a matching set. Although you do have matching because we have two of the same, but one is not fitted. So if you need flat sheets, you've got two king sheets, two king flat sheets here. I would say back when Mervin's was alive, it was $9.99. So if you need flat sheets, king size, 180 thread count per square. Aren't sheets usually like 600 thread count? What's a normal set of sheets? What's the thread count in
The
sheets
higher
nowadays?
the thread count, the closer the weave.
Yeah.
Anywhere from 300 to 900.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was a lot higher than 180. So these are real good quality, okay, guys? Real good quality. S1111 is $11. S291 is or $3. $3. If you want the sheets, $3. Probably nobody's gonna bid against you. S301 is $3. S711 is $3. And then we have black and white. S701 is $3. So if you're into using, could you use for dolls? Yeah, you. Well, for what part of dolls, Suzette? I mean, sheets are just fabric. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you could use if you're making dog beds for the pound. The sheets are great for that. I mean, they're just fabric. You can do all kinds of things with them. We just, for the body, you definitely could, Suzette. I'm not sure why you would, but you could.
If you turn them inside out.
Yeah.
So that you get that.
You could. I don't. Yeah, you definitely could, Suzette. 180 thread count is minimal quality in a sheet, but better than cheap cotton. Okay. S701. Riri, I do have a second one. So, Riri, if you want both of these, you can have both of these for $6. If you want both of these, I can give them to you for $6, Riri. Okay, so those are the sheets. I think once we get through that, that's the sheets. Here, Riri will let us know. I'm just gonna put Riri on this, and then she'll let us know if she wants both of those. Otherwise, we have all of these sheets available. All kinds of things you could do with them.
At our house, we throw over tomato plants.
Oh yeah, they would be good in the garden to protect your stuff. S711 is Mary Lou. Riri wants full. Okay. Okay. So there's a lot of things you can do with sheets. Honestly, I don't know that you want to put them on the back of quilts, only because we've gotten a little bit snobbish. But people were putting them on the backs of quilts forever. Forever. S721 is gone. Sorry, Fran, you were too slow. Riri took both sets. So this is what we have.
I thought that was 701.
Huh?
I thought that was 701.
Well, what's 721?
I don't know.
No, there was two, 701 and 721.
Oh.
Riri took both. Okay. So S301 is Elaine wants that one. 29, and then Suacob wants both of these. Okay, perfect. Okay, well there that cleans up that section. Devin's thrilled that he's going to be mailing so much stuff. So I asked Devin, I said, do you want me just to order boxes? Because, you know, we use, as you guys know, we use random boxes.
Donated by everybody.
Yeah, so the ladies come in to shop and they bring in like handfuls of weird sized boxes. And then it clutters up. It makes a huge mess here. But I asked him and I said, do you want, because one day I got like mad with the clutter. So I had him throw them all away. And so then he went to mail and he's like, Mom, I don't have the right size box. And I said, well, do you want me to order boxes? And he's like, how would you know what size? Everything they order is so bizarre and different sized. And I said, well, I guess you can just go on your treasure hunt. It's impossible around here. Okay. If you want magazines, we have a ton of magazines. These are pretty good magazines. I went through, I only went through 3 of them, and I actually took 2 of the 3. So these ones I didn't go through except for here. Look at it, was so exciting. I was flipping through this, and look what I saw smiling back at me. Oh, I might have to rip that page out. It's Eleanor. So Eleanor, this was, Eleanor was the designer of all the dolls. Not all the dolls, because we have Virginia Robertson dolls and we have a couple of other dolls, but Eleanor is actually the person who I went to work for when I was 15, and she designs all the Eleanor dolls in the shop. So when we talk about Eleanor, this is who we're talking about. Just in case you guys are new to watching, she used to design fabric. She used to design all kinds of fun stuff. So that was kind of exciting to open up the magazines and flip through there. We have a bazillion magazines. If you want some magazines for free, just type in magazines and we'll get magazines into Ask PetSmart for free book. Okay, Elaine, they probably have some good, different, weird size boxes. That would be a good one. Okay, so as of yet, it has been probably 15 years since I've actually paid for a box to ship out to people. We have literally just been reusing, recycling. So you just never know what kind of box you're going to get. It might be the box that my beer came in. You never know. So if you want magazines, we got a billion free magazines. Just type in that you want magazines and we'll throw some in your boxes. Okay, so we have a couple of free books, and we're just going to give these to the first people. Perfect. So I'm going to put number 1 on this book so you know which book it is. So when you say you want it, I know which book it is. Here's another one.
This is a good history one. It's got a lot of the old.
Oh, that is a good one. I think this lady that we got this last batch of stuff, it's like she was a historian. These
are the historic quilts.
Yeah.
So that's the historic.
So if you want a historical book, we got a historical book here. So number 2, number 1, number 3. Because I can't keep track, like last Monday, if you were here for Monday when we did the cross stitch, I just showed them and then they're like, cross stitch. Well, they were all cross stitch. So you might get them, you might not. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, here is number 3 book is Kathleen. And then Mary Moons is number 1. Okay, and then number 2, America's Quilts and Coverlets is still available. And we have, look at no takers on the perfect Mother Day gift. That's Riri. No takers on the, I might have to find somebody to give that to. Oh. Okay, so if you need Minky, I've got a bag of Minky scraps. We're actually going to just mix these 2 bags together. Oh, wait. This is Sue Cobes. It's got her name on it. Sue, you might have been missing a bag of, here, Sue. I'm just going to give you all this Minky. You never know around here, okay? All right, pin it on the outside so that they know that it was an auction already. Okay. You never know around here. Sue, you were missing they threw it in for me to auction it off again. Those crazy girls. Oh, Sharon, I love you. I am totally gonna wrap this up and give it to Gracie.
Think Gracie would appreciate that?
Gracie will not appreciate it, but she'll think I'm crazy. I'll tell her she'll appreciate it in a few years. Actually, I should give it to her to give to her new
Mother's boyfriend.
Yeah, boyfriend's mother.
Boyfriend's mother.
Boyfriend's mother. Okay.
Hey, he's entertained.
We literally have so many auctions that I'm gonna combine these just because this is a Valerie Wells. This is a fun, if you guys don't know who Valerie Wells is, She is the daughter of Gene Wells, who owns, well, they own together Stitch and Post now. So it's like 2.5 yards of this fantastic dandelion. Actually, if I had seen it, I would have taken it for my own stash just because it's so fun and funky. Here, so 2.5 yards of the Valerie Wells. Oh, you got some classic Joann's here. You've got some stars. You've got, oh, look at the ladybugs. A piece of ladybug fabric. And some Fairy Frost, Michael Miller Fairy Frost. That hasn't been around in a while. That was a great seller. A 1/2 yard of the ribbons and some other Christmas. So you got a little Christmas collection going on here. And then we're just going to mix these reds in with it. You want to sort those, kind of show those as I get a tag. We're just going to start this at...
This is binding, ready-made, it looks like.
We're going to start this at $12 since it has that 2.5 yard piece of the Valerie Wells. S84 is starting at $12. It includes the greens and the reds. So the whole kit and caboodle, S84 is starting at $12. That would be a mother in love. That is the truth, Barb. I'm not sure I could say that out loud in public. Oh, Kathleen, I think you're right. Then Gracie might think that we're giving her a hint. No, we do not want to encourage any of that nonsense.
She's already.
S84 is at $15. There's 2 of you at $15 for S84. I think it'll go back into that one. S84 is at $15. It looks like there's 3 of you. It's at $18. S84 is at $18. Oh. Here, I have the quilting item of the week. This is, you just never know what's coming to Fabric Chicks. Although I don't know if you cook or not, but what I was told is this one is worth like $150. It's some kind of a specialty rolling pin for pasta. I don't really know. What I said I would do with it is I would applique and do some wool work and make a cover for this and just make it as an ornament with some cool wool something. But who am I to say? So these are auctions, and we're going to start at $5 a rolling pin. So you've got this one, S85 for the pasta one, and S86 for the second one. Let me find some tapes so we don't lose these. Rolling pins, I hear, kind of hard to find. The vintage ones are much nicer. This one looks like maybe she used it for some kind of painting. I'm not sure. Well, they all look like she used them in her craft room. She definitely didn't use them for cooking, although I think you could. S87 is for the third one for $5. S85 is at $25. Diana, she knows what it's worth. She just bounced that right up to $25. Okay, there's your rolling pins. S84 is at $21. S84 for the green and red fabrics is at $25. Get your final pins in because you're going to be really sad. Doris is starting to clean up, and you're not going to want to miss out on this stuff. There's no place to put it or what? Okay, get your final bits in. S84. S84. Oh, you were trying to tell me what time it was?
Yeah.
Oh, don't we go till 6?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I know so.
Okay. Devin's like, Mom, I don't know why you're grabbing more stuff. Your time is over. Okay, we'll go for a couple more. Oh, I do have some giveaways, though. We never get to the giveaways. S84. S84 is Sharon for $21. That was a good deal, Sharon. Here, let's pin this. Okay, get your final bits in for the rolling pins. I'm going to put this back under the table, but I am going to combine it for Monday or for whenever we do another auction, just because we got too many auctions. We can't be doing little auctions. Okay, and we have a ton of upholstery books. Look at this book. Okay, this will be for Monday because Devin said I can't do anymore. But look at this one that I just found. This one is going to be a super fun one if you want to do Lynn's table runner. So this is what Lynn's table runner looks like, and this is what Doris's seat covers look like. So Doris made these because they're super portable. They fold up, they go in your purse, but then when you go to like the bleachers or any place, you can put these out and then you have something warm to sit on, because I don't know if you've sat on the bleachers lately. They are pretty cold. What else do you use them for?
Well, my granddaughter uses them for making forts. This was the side that the upholstery fabric was, and that was the upholstery fabric on that guy. And what I did was just sew the scraps to the back and then flipped it over. And originally they were supposed to be baby sheep blankets, but I never got the little straps inside. So and then I started having lambs in June, and they're too heavy for the June lambs. So they became seat covers.
Seat covers or
throw it covers, back of the couch.
Yep.
Seat of the couch.
Yeah, even on the back of the couch where people put their heads.
Yes, that's what they're used for.
Yes. Okay, so then we also have Lynn's. So this is what we demoed the other day. Cutting them up. This is a table runner, and you can also make matching placemats. This is what we demoed on Monday. You can go back and watch the full demo if you want, but we just laid them on top of Steam-A-Seam 2 Light. So we have a background fabric face down. We have a piece of Steam-A-Seam in the middle, and then we just put all of the fabrics cut in chunks, and now I need to stitch it down. So just to give you a fun idea of what you can do with the upholstery fabrics, and we will have the upholstery fabrics auctioning on Monday. Yeah, so I think Diana really did mean $25. If she didn't, Connie says, yes, she did mean $25. So Connie says that she did mean $25. I'll ask her tomorrow when she's coming to the shop from Reno. So I'll ask her tomorrow. Yes, Caroline, how much Steam-A-Seam do you want? So I'll ask her tomorrow. Oh, they would be good for Scrappy Owls. The upholstery fabrics literally are good for everything. Literally, because you can do so much with them. And I've got a ton more. Okay, yes, she did. Okay, so S85 is $25 to Diana H. And Diana, I can hardly wait to see you. She's bringing me 3 tubs of Alexander Henry fabric. So we might have an auction with Alexander Henry fabric very soon. So stay tuned. Here at Fabric Chicks, you can find lots of stuff you can't find anywhere else. But you probably can never find what you're looking for when you want it. Can I get S17 one? Yes. S17 for Lynn Barclay. Okay, so that S86 here, S86. Nobody for 86. 87 is Carolyn for $5. Okay, we do have Mary Lou reminded me that I forgot to pull a drawing for who posted in Fabric Chick Stitch Along. So join Fabric Chick Stitch Along on the weekends. At some point, post what you're working on because we want to see what you're working on. I especially love if you post on Friday where you're at and where you're at on Sunday, because I love to see the progress over the weekend. I really am trying to be intentional about stopping scrolling because it sucks me in, and then I lose so much time scrolling stupid stuff on the internet or Facebook or YouTube or whatnot, Instagram. So I'm trying to just not or very much limit myself, but it's really hard because it's an addiction for sure. I have decided it's an addiction. When I just want to zone out, I just want to scroll. but I should pick up my handwork and do some handwork and I would feel better. So I'm challenging all of you to try to get some more sewing in, stop scrolling so much. So we have a $25 gift certificate for people that posted last weekend. So Doris, pick our $25 winner. Cynthia Eichhorst, are you here? Cynthia Eichhorst, are you here? And then we have two slow stitching, coaster curved, hand piecing, and big stitch quilting projects. These were make and takes at Wonderfill's booth at QuiltCon. So we have two of these. So pick two winners out of our sharing drawer. So if you shared, we like to reward you for that. So I have Molly Bishop and Terry Evangelo. Let us know you're here. Molly Bishop and Terry Evangelo. Molly Bishop, Terry Evangelo. Let us know if you're here. We're going to give you 5 seconds more. Okay, Cynthia didn't respond. Devin, pick a name out of the drawing.
Oh, you're really going to owe me some overtime here.
Terry Evangelo and Molly.
Judy Spivey.
Judy Spivey, are you here? Judy Spivey, are you here? She needs it. She's got a big bill. I texted her today and told her she better go to the bank and get a bank loan for her bill. Molly Bishop, Judy Spivey, Terry Evangelo. Okay, I didn't hear from any of them. Okay, hang on a second. Sometimes it's so hard to give stuff away here. Okay, I've got two more names. I have Sue Cove and Joanne Garbarini. Sue Cove, Joanne Garbarini, Judy Spivey, going once, going twice. Okay, I have. What are you moving for?
I'm putting it down. My hands are getting tired.
Are you kidding me?
You
Okay.
hold the camera
Sandy
for an hour.
Stewart. Sandy Cox Stewart, are you here? Sandy Cox Stewart, are you here?
Do you have that alteration card?
Yeah, open up the cash register and it's on the left-hand side.
Sue's here.
Okay. Sue is here. Oh, only one tub. Diana, I saw you packing 2 tubs. Did you decide you wanted to keep some? Did you decide you wanted to keep some? I definitely saw 2 tubs of Alexander Henry. Okay, Sue, you won one of the hand stitching coasters. It's curved hand piece, big
Yay.
stitch.
I was giving audience sound effects.
Okay, maybe a clap or something, okay? Okay, I don't see Joey. I don't see Sandy Cox. Okay. Sometimes you can't give anything away here. Okay, I have Victor for the coaster piecing. Don't believe your eyes. I don't believe anything. Tell you it's in your hands. Don't trust anybody or anything. Okay, for the $25 gift certificate, I have
Whoa.
Mary Lou. I have Mary Lou for the $25 gift certificate, and I have Victor for the pieced curving. We can't give anything away here. Doris, we're still right where we were when you left us. Okay, so I have Mary Lou and Victor. Dun, 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 dun. Mary Lou and Victor.
Victor's here.
Victor's here.
Okay, if anybody wants, I just finished reading East Side of the Mountains. It's by Snow Falling on Cedars. It's the same author as Snow Falling on Cedars. It was a pretty good book. I mean, it was kind of like made you think about life. If you want it, we can throw it in your basket. I just finished it.
Mary Lou and Terry are here.
Oh, Terry? Too late, Terry. It already.
Mary Lou's up there.
Mary Lou is here still, but Terry, yours went to Victor. Sorry. Okay. You guys gotta stay tuned and be prepared. Okay, so we want to thank you very much for joining us. We have more in store for Monday. Make sure you dig out your bingo cards. We're going to be playing bingo a couple times coming up.
April 30th.
April 30th, we'll be playing Quilto Bingo. And then
The last Wednesday in May, but before.
yeah, the last Wednesday in May. So April 30th, so the last Wednesday in April, last Wednesday in May, we'll be doing Bingo Quilto because we are getting ready for retreats and for the Quilt Show Reno. So we don't want to have a sale that we have to keep track of. So make sure you dig out your bingo cards. Have a really, really happy, safe Easter and go get some sewing done. Love you guys. Bye.